Good morning. Welcome. Thursday. Welcome to another episode of Competition Timeout. We are back. Last team in the NFC West that we will preview today, and it's going to be the 49ers. We're moving on. We're moving on. We are a week away from game one. Chiefs, Ravens in Kansas City. So that should be a good one. And then Friday, special Friday, week one edition, Packers, Eagles in Brazil. So looking forward to it. So as we look forward to it, we'll do another preview here for you guys. All right. So the 49ers, obviously last year, you know what they did. They made it all the way to the Super Bowl, an epic Super Bowl. Well, no, well, really good Super Bowl. Um, and they lost to the Chiefs overtime and all that. All right. So they did lose some people that obviously I liked. Well, that contributed to last year to an extent. Chase Young, who they traded for at the deadline, obviously they got him for the stretch run. You know, he helped them out there. They let to go their backup Sam Darnold, Javon Kinlaw, somebody they drafted. He left. Uh, Sebastian Joseph Day, who they had for like a year, he left as well. So there was a couple people that left. Um, the They did sign some people. They really did. All right. They signed Devondre Campbell, linebacker. He was with the Packers the last several years. Leonard Floyd, who was with the Bills the year before. Jeter Gross Matos. They signed a couple of DNs there with those two guys. Rock Jacin, that's a cornerback. They signed Josh Dobbs, the backup who had a pretty decent year last year. Stepping in for the Cardinals and the Vikings. Um, those are the main like huge, honestly, huge signings. If you even want to call them huge, but no name signings that they had that I really thought were, they were okay. Uh yeah. In the draft, they got Ricky Pearsall from Florida. A lot of people like that pick. Uh, I'm not mad at it. Really good pick. They also traded a seventh rounder for Malik Collins from he was with Houston at the time. Changes to the coaching staff. We know that defensive coordinator, there was a change that was made. Nick Sorensen takes over as defensive coordinator. He was there. He has been with them on the defense for several years. They had last year, they had as defensive coordinator, they had Steve Wilkes, him and Shanahan. So, I mean, the excuse was that they couldn't come up with they weren't on the same page about what they wanted to do there. So Kyle decided to let him go. Anyway, that is that is the changes with the coaching staff. All right. So this team has been really, really good the last several years. This team has been honestly made to win. Made to win now, made to win not later, but now. Just said that. I don't know. I repeated myself. And it just hasn't happened. They've gotten close. They've knocked on the door. They've been there. Um, and it hasn't worked out. Sometimes this happens, unfortunately. Um, so obviously Brock Purdy is their starting quarterback. I still have some very small doubts about Brock, but that's just me. I'm not saying he's not good, but I don't know if he's as good as the hype that's around him. That's just my opinion. But we'll see. Obviously, he's going into, I believe this is his last year of his rookie deal. Pretty sure it is. So we'll see how that goes. Christian McCaffrey in that backfield, probably best running back in the league. They have him. We'll see how he bounces after a really big year, a lot of usage and all that. We'll see how he bounces back from that. At receiver, obviously, Debo. They do a lot of things with Debo. Ronnie Bell, who they drafted last year. Ricky Pearsall, who they drafted this year, and Brandon Ayuk. Big mystery. Brandon Ayuk has been holding in. He has been at camp, but he hasn't been practicing, holding in. There's rumors of trades. 49ers want to keep him, but they're not giving him what he wants. The Steelers already have a deal in place, both to give draft picks to the Niners, but also to pay Ayuk. He supposedly turned down the Patriots and the Browns. I want to go there. Everybody keeps saying there could be a dark horse in this race because he did play with Jaden Daniels. Washington could be one. A lot of people speculated with the Jahan Dotson trade last week that might be coming, but there's I don't know what's going on there. See how that goes. I my in my honest opinion, if they were to trade anyone, I would, if I was John Lynch, I would trade Debo, give the money to Ayuk, go there. That's just me. But I don't know. We'll see how that works out and everything else. Tight end, as you know, George Kittle is really good. Somebody in my draft picked them in the first round with the eighth pick in the draft. So yeah, highly thought of out there. This line is okay. And I'm saying it's okay because as of currently right now, Trent Williams is holding out. He wants a new contract as well. He feels like he's getting underpaid. He is the best left tackle in the league. They are a different team without him in it. They're a different team without Debo. But the line stands right now without Trent, it's not really that crazy impressive. So we'll see how that plays out in the first week of the season and how long they're gonna let Trent sit out. On the defense, obviously they play a 4-3 or like cover three zone kind of scheme. The defensive line, obviously they have Nick Bosa on one side. They have Leonard Floyd and Robert Beal Jr. and Jeter Gross Matos, who they signed. That's not, they could get some type of pass rush out of those guys, opposite of Bosa. Defensive tackle, they have Javon Hargrave, who they signed last year. Malik Collins, who they traded for. Jordan Elliott, who they signed. And Kevin Givens. That's not a bad defensive tackle line. They do have the one guy, Javon Hargrave. Do have the one guy at the end, Nick Bosa, which kind of brings them over the top. At linebacker, they've always been really good at linebacker. Obviously, we know about Fred Warner. He's a beast. They did sign Devontae Campbell. That's a good twosome there for now, especially with Greenlaw still not ready after the injury he suffered in the Super Bowl. They have some young guys there as well who, they're in the second year, like D Winters, and, that they might be able to step up while Dre Greenlaw is hurt. Defensive backfield, Yasin, like I said, Javarius Ward, B. Thomas, Lenore. Those are the corners that they've been rolling with for a while. Ufunga, the safety is back after injury last year. That Jair Brown. He's going into his second year at the other safety. So I think defensively they'll be fine. I don't know if they're gonna be. I think they'll still finish top 10. I don't know if they'll finish top five. I think to start the season they might struggle a little bit, honestly, with the new coordinator and everything. I know he's been in the system already, so it's not like they're changing systems, but we'll see. I'm not saying they're going to be bad. I think highly of the 49ers and the way they run, but the only grudge I would have right now would be the way they've handled the Ayuk thing. Like I said, I would trade Debo, keep Ayuk. That's just my own opinion. But that's just me, like I said. Um, yeah. All right. So if we go down the schedule, they open with the Jets. I think they should win that, but it could be up in the air. It's the first game of the season. Like I said, Trent Williams being out. The Jets do have a good pass rush even without Hassan Reddick playing. Um, so we'll see. I think I'm gonna just leave that game up in the air. The Vikings they should win. I forget if I gave the Rams this game or not. Um, but they should be New England. They should be the Cardinals. Should be the Seahawks. Kansas City. I don't know. It is at Levi. Might be able to beat them. Um, just during the season, different in the playoffs. They'll beat the Cowboys. They'll beat the Buccaneers. They'll beat Seattle again. Packers is going to be tough. Bills is going to be tough. Chicago, they should win. Rams probably again win. Dolphins is going to be tough. Lions is going to be tough, but then they should beat Arizona. I think this team is going to. I think they should win the division, barring injuries, barring these holdouts. How long, however fast these holdouts get fixed, um, and as long as they're like injury free to the key people, they are going to be fine. I think they are going to win the division again. Their biggest competition, I think, is going to be the Seahawks, not the Rams. So we'll see how that goes there. Um, but they should repeat as division winners, and I they will be in the playoffs. After that, I wouldn't be able to tell you, obviously, but I think the San Francisco 49ers are going to be okay. I don't know if it's going to be 12-5. It could be 11-6. It could be 12-5 again, obviously. Who knows? But they're going to, I think they'll win the division. Biggest competition is the Seahawks. But we'll see how it goes. That's why we watch these games. That's why we love the NFL. All right. Well, that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you for tuning into the Competition Timeout. Peace out.